Hi everyone and welcome back to Scale Studio. Today we're going to be talking about how to add texture to a model in terms of mud and rubble and stuff like that. So for me, I believe there are three steps in applying mud and dust. There's first texture, then there is dust, and then there is coloration and mud. So today we're going to be talking about texture, and then next week we'll talk about coloring and mud. So to start, I'm going to take some old insulation foam I found and cut it into rough shapes of 1/35th scale bricks and cinder blocks. A lot of these Middle Eastern tanks, at least from what I've seen, have a bunch of rubble in them, and so I wanted to kind of recreate a little tiny bit of that in this model. It wasn't as much as there should be, but I felt like doing a little bit less than normal should be okay since I'm doing pretty large pieces of rubble, even if there's not a ton of them. For the cinder block, I actually ended up using my Dremel just because it's a little bit quicker and easier to get a rough shape for the two holes. After that, I scuffed each part up with a hobby blade just to make it look like it was dinged and destroyed as it fell out of a building or through off a wall or whatever actually ended up happening with the tank that we have right now. After that, I took all the little pieces that I made and staged them around the vehicle. This helped give me an idea of kind of what the tank would look like with all the pieces on it, and it also gave me a good idea of how to place the dirt in around the pieces. And after that, I started adding dirt. And this is normal dirt. I'm going to use the sand and ballast freeze technique and just kind of make sure that like the holes in the cinder block are filled in. Everything around each piece of rubble is kind of like it blends it out almost, so that it sits in the dirt to make the rubble look like it fell and then was covered by other smaller pieces and dirt and dust and stuff like that. So really trying to integrate our rubble into our dirt. After that, I cleaned up our areas around the places that I wanted to have dirt and places I didn't want to have dirt. And then I added larger pieces in some areas just to add a little bit of variance to our gravel mixture. After that, I started adding the sand and ballast freeze from VMS to the model to get everything to stick in place. Super easy, just kind of drop it on the areas that you want. It can leave a bit of a glossy residue behind, but we should be able to take care of that in our coloration steps in the next week. Once that's had time to dry overnight, we're going to start adding actual modeling effects, textured earth from Wilder. This is the light European fine mixture that they sell. It doesn't really matter so long as you have the fine type, for deserts at least. This is more like a sand that's kind of like built up on top of different flat areas and then maybe a little bit on the sides of the tank just from streaking down, but really we want this to be pretty conservative since it's a lot of dust and not a ton of mud. When working with textured earth, always make sure to work in small sections and then blend with water afterwards. It tends to dry pretty quickly and leave tide marks, so you want to be careful about that. But with that, we're actually done for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's pretty short, but we should be getting back into longer and more consistent videos shortly. This does have a lot of techniques in it, so if you guys want to see specifics on each one, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions or just enjoyed the video, please leave me a like and a comment down below. And if you want to see more of this, please subscribe, as I will be releasing more content shortly. Also, thank you so much to my awesome patrons who make this video possible. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.